Hey, we're the Butcher Babies.
And keep watching The Roman Show.
Yeah.
This is The Roman Show.
Rudolph Roman of The Roman Show with Heidi and Carla of the Butcher Babies. Girls, what a great show you guys put out there. And I got to give both of you girls credit because it is hot as heck out here. Look, I'm just drenched. Well, first and foremost, how was the ambience? How was the reaction from the crowd out here in Florida?
Oh my God, it was amazing. We walked out and, the first thing for us, we want to ignite a party. We played a new song today called Igniter. First thing first, it kind of gets us in the mode. And we went out there, started a riot, and it was a lot of fun. The response was incredible. The entire crowd, just a sea of people jumping up and down, moshing, having a good time. We had a shitload of crowd surfers. It was just a really, really good show here at Fort Rock. We're really excited.
Well, how do you feel when people just forget about the fact that it feels like 300 degrees here and still jamming to the music?
Well, that's amazing because, that's the way that we feel up there. We forget how hot it is because we just love what we do so much. We just give it all that we have. And so when the crowd does that along with us and we know we're making an impact, that makes us feel amazing.
Now, you said about new song you played today. Back to Goliath, great successful album. You've been touring the hell out of it.
Yes.
When are we going to see some new music, and what are we going to expect from this new music?
End of summer, the new album comes out. We're really excited about it. We went back to our roots. I mean, we've been a band for over 5 years now, and when we first started, we initially were thrash metal, all screaming, in your face, just really thrashy. And then when we recorded Goliath, 4 years later, 3 years later, something like that, we kind of made it a little bit more melodic, a little something that showed, the talent of the band, showed that, because a lot of people are like, oh, they're not a real band, because we were around forever before we were able to release an album. So we really wanted to go out there and show our talents in it. This album, we gained a fan base, and we know what they love. We know that when we go to these festivals and we go to these shows, our thrashier music just grabs the crowd and pulls them in. So we wrote this album with that in mind and went back to our roots, the thrashiness, the heaviness, a lot of emotion, a lot of aggression, and we're really excited. We played 2 new songs tonight, and it was a great response for both of them.
Where was most of this album written, and where is some of the inspiration it came from?
Gosh, the one thing that we've always said, Heidi and I've always said that metalheads can sense honesty and they relate to honesty. So all of our lyrics are taken from, deep in our guts. They're, mostly personal experiences. We have a few songs that are about, a serial killer or this and that, but most of the songs are straight from our heart, straight from personal experience, our childhoods, things that have happened to us as we grew and became adults and strong women. And we never hold back. They're very raw lyrics. And most of this album was written towards the end of last year. We wrote a lot in the studio, which is a completely different experience for us. The other songs in our past, we had the luxury of playing those songs live for a long time before we recorded them. This was kind of a new experience for us. We wrote them partially, on our headlining tour, partially in the studio, and recorded them without ever playing them live first. But, we had the emotion there, so they still came out great. We're really proud.
Well, one thing we always say is that writing these songs for us is a very therapeutic, cathartic experience. I think for any songwriter, that's how it is. You take negative experiences in your life and you turn them into positives through music. And, we encourage that through anyone, whether it's writing music or art or anything. There's so many ways to direct your passion and to direct your emotions. And, we took all these weird experiences, negative, semi-negative, maybe even positive emotions from our past and made them into huge positives through the music. And that's something we will always stand by and always live for. Carla and I both got emotional so many times in this album, the recording of the album. I remember one time, the producer, I was in the vocal booth and he didn't know I was just bawling my eyes out and he kept trying to get me to record more and I was like, I can't! I need like an hour! But, we write from emotion and I think a lot of people would be able to relate to that.
And I think it just comes out natural when it's just emotion. You don't even have to think about it.
It does. And, you know, we've changed so much as people the last 5 years this band has been together because we were able to let out so much of our anger and frustrations through our music. We always talk about how when we first started this band, we never smiled on stage. And now we're up there the whole time. We're smiling. We have these big, you know, grins on our faces the whole time because we've gotten through so much together by letting go of that negativity through the songs that we write together. And it's been such an incredible ride.
Well, you guys have had much success, and more we're seeing more females have success in metal. In this moment, you travel with Maria Brinks. I mean, there's a long list of metal bands that have lead singers as females. What do you think the success is behind it? And now it's just picking up more and more.
I think it's just because it's becoming more widely accepted. I think people are realizing more girls in metal means more girls at metal shows. And I think people are understanding that just because of your gender doesn't mean you don't have the same passion, the same emotion. It's a beautiful thing. Before we even went on stage today, I think the first 3 bands were all female fronted today. That's incredible. In this day and age, that's incredible.
We want to work towards a time when people don't say, this is a female-fronted band or that's a female-fronted band. We're just metal bands. All of us are just metal bands, and we're all going up there to do the same thing.
It's all music.
You guys are on tour a whole lot of time during the year. How do you guys stay in shape? You guys diet? Do you guys work out in between?
The shows. Well, yeah, we do.
The show, that's how we work out. We go up there, we give it all that we have, and we sweat our butts off.
Girls, I want to
So
thank you so much. And again, check out the new album coming out in summer. It's going to be out in just a few seconds. I mean, I just can't wait for it. I heard that new single, totally rocking. If you could just describe that new album that's going to happen in just a few, how can you describe it in just one word?
I have 2 words.
Okay, 2 words. I'll let you slide.
Slays Goliath.
Okay.
Just saying.
I'll take it back. I'll make sure to put that up on my iPhone so I can be working out to your guys' music. Thanks so much for your time, girls.
This is The Roman Show.